all across America, college kids by the tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, are protesting Israel's genocidal war against Gaza. In so doing, they are jeopardizing their academic careers and perhaps even their lifelong financial pursuits. In other words, they are risking a lot. While these courageous young people are risking their futures to peacefully protest this Holocaust of the 21st century, the vast majority of America's clergymen of all denominations are doing absolutely nothing to stop this humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Nothing. Pastor, let me ask you, what have you ever risked to preach the sermons you deliver? What have you ever risked to keep your positions? How can you teach the Beatitudes, especially the one that says, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and not lift your voice like a trumpet against Israel's ethnic cleansing of Palestine? How can you not respond to Bethlehem Pastor Munther Isaac's appeal to America's Christians and churches to come to the assistance of our Christian brothers and sisters in Palestine? You stand up in your pulpit Sunday by Sunday and say nothing about Israel's murderous atrocities and crimes against humanity. Or worse still, you vocally support the Zionist state, even lobbying our Congress in Washington to extend more and more weapons of mass destruction to Benjamin Netanyahu so he can continue to slaughter more and more elderly men, women, children, and babies. And you have the audacity to call yourselves pro-life. You say you serve the Prince of Peace? Shame on you. You are letting your false prophecy doctrines blind you to Christ's new covenant, where men of all races who come to Christ by faith are one in Jesus Christ, and that includes Palestinians. Apparently, neither are you able to see the worst kind of evil, even when it stares you in the face, day in and day out. I say, God bless these kids on our college campuses that are willing to risk so much to stand boldly for peace and against the worst kind of injustice. Amen. The Zionist-controlled media and political establishments are dehumanizing these kids, calling them anti-Semitic and worse. Congressmen on Capitol Hill are even calling for anti-Semitism monitors on college campuses to make sure that free speech is not allowed, especially when that speech tells the truth about Israel. I don't agree with Senator Bernie Sanders about many things, but I agree with him about this. Senator Sanders said this a few days ago in response to Benjamin Netanyahu's criticisms, quoting Bernie Sanders, quote, "Do not insult the intelligence of the American people by attempting to distract us from the immoral and illegal war policies of your extremist and racist government." Still quoting, "It is not anti-Semitic to note that Israel's military operation has left more than half of the population of Gaza homeless, obliterated the Palestinian territory's water and electric infrastructure and annihilated its healthcare system. Sanders, who is Jewish, concluded, quote, "It is not anti-Semitic to hold you accountable for your actions," close quote. Amen, Senator Sanders. Future historians are going to laud these college kids in the most complimentary language. I shudder to think what they are going to write about these silent, passive, cowardly clergymen who, by their apathy or perhaps even public support, went down in history as the men who willingly participated in one of the darkest episodes of human history. Remember, these kids are America's future, and they will not forget Israel's abominations or America's collaborations and police state attempts to silence their voices of humanity and peace. In the long term, this event might very well prove to be the undoing of the Zionist state. I salute these college kids. They are standing taller than most of the politicians in Washington, D.C., and most of the pastors in America's churches.